Welcome to League One Game of the Week with myself, Alex Simmons.
And I'm Leon Price.
Pricey, we're going to go across the results from the weekend and talk to you, because your Game of the Week, once again, a fantastic game. We'll get to that in a bit, but how is the League One action? And League One so far, how is it shaping up in your eyes, obviously, as someone right in the thick of the action?
Yeah, it's really, really close. Very, very tough and very competitive. I think there's a lot of depth in quality now with the teams. I think there's 4 or 5 teams that are really close on points. Obviously, Hunslet are at the top there, 4 from 4, so they're travelling really, really well. But I think the standard and the level of rugby has really risen from last year. So I know we've lost York and Bulls got promoted, but for me, all the teams in this league have all strengthened and are all a lot better than they were last year. So it's really tough.
You mentioned Hunslet there, and we've got to start the show by saying congratulations on a great career to Richie Moore, retired from rugby, a Hunslet player. It's sad to see him go, but he's had a great career. Yeah, and he's the same age as me, so obviously 37 is not a bad age to retire, so he's done well. Great lad. We spoke about him last week, so I'd like to wish Richie all the best. A great lad. You nearly knocked a few years off then, didn't you? 32. Right, let's start with the action, and it's a result that a lot of people probably wouldn't predict it being so close. West Wales Raiders 16, Whitehaven 30, and after being 26-6 up at half-time, Whitehaven, West Wales come back into it in the second half and give them a bit of a scare. Yeah, I think it's very easy when you're going at half-time in a big lead. You can go either one or two ways. You can either take your foot off the gas and kind of relax and just cruise through the second half, which obviously Whitehaven did, or you can kick on and make it a really big scoreline. But all credit to West Wales in coming back. They've, like you say, going in at half-time to such a big score, not conceding many in the second half and getting a few tries themselves. But for the game, the start of the show was Callum Phillips, who's a Scotland international scrum half, runs the show, really dangerous runner, great laterally, double drop off, dummies, good show and go, and quite strong for quite a small guy as well. So he got an hat-trick, and he's somebody that you really got to watch when you play against them. Right, next game, Oldham 34, London Scholars 4. A big result. You predicted this last week. Oldham looks strong. Are they finding the feet now? Yeah. Oldham, like I said, I were impressed with them at the start of the season. Scott Naylor's had that team now for 4 or 5 seasons. So they're good. They're already settled. They've got a settled squad. They're now to play their home pitch is really small. It's on that 4G kind of field and really fast. So they play a good brand of rugby. The forwards are really physical and in good shape. So it doesn't surprise me at all. And in that game, Pricey, who was the game stars you picked out? Phil Joy, the prop forward, he got 2 tries, which is a rarity for big forwards. But Lee Kershaw, the left winger, who was involved all game, is really dangerous, got a really good set of feet, got some really nice pace, and he was involved heavily throughout the game. So he was a real danger man and probably the game star for me. Right, a really close game, and just getting the win. The Keighley Cougars 24, North Wales again. We say it every week at the moment. It's such fine margins. They're just getting beat 22. Must have been a killer. Well, they're so close and competitive, but they just can't get over the line, can they? And I think I predicted them to win this week. Yeah, you did, yeah. And I think this game was a bit of a seesaw game. It was going the scoreline changed hands on a few occasions. Keighley just nicked it at the end, so it's a massive result for them. But I'm looking. I like the coach at North Wales. I'm hoping they'll get a win at some point. Yeah. I'm sure they will if they keep playing like that. Keighley though, again, just sneaking a win, and they look a team who could decide a few games when it comes to that. We don't really want to go and play them at home. No, they're always dangerous at their own part. They've got a lot of ex-academy and Super League academy players over from Hull, like Thax was saying the other week, and they look very well structured. They can play a nice brand of rugby. The halfbacks play some really good rugby, so they're a dangerous team, and for a team that have not been together too long, we're going to have to be very wary of them. And in the game, just to finish it off, a surprising man of the match, and it was somebody who well known to Keighley. Yeah, Ben Stead is an ex-Keighley Reserves product, a scrum half, and what you find usually is players that play against their old teams that maybe if they've not made it or if they've been let go, they always seem to have a massive impact, and he was really unlucky to be on the losing side. Half-back, controlled the game for the full 80 minutes and was lucky to be on the losing side. Right, a big win, top of the league, Hunslet 44, Coventry Bears 10. Just tell me firstly, before we talk about the game, what have Hunslet got right this year? Why are we seeing such dominant performances from this team?
Well, I think when I think they've recruited really, really well. You've got some good players within that team. Gary Thornton's been around for a long time. He's settled there. He knows his rugby. He's a good coach. And when you get a settled squad and you invest within that squad and have high expectations, then you're going to come up with results. They've got some good players. They've got some really good players, so it doesn't surprise me that they're travelling well at the moment. And
obviously, at the start of the year, all the talk were Doncaster, it was Oldham, it was Workington, Hunslet on the periphery. Are we seeing a serious challenger for top spot now?
Yeah. But all the names that you mentioned are all serious contenders.
Yeah.
So honestly, I think there's four or five teams that are all realistically can, get that top spot. And like you say, because not many people talked about Hunslet, it's so much easier to fly on the radar. Yeah. Look at Newcastle. All the talk in pre-season was about Newcastle.
Yeah.
That puts massive pressure on you. They were the bookies' favourites, and all of a sudden you lose your first 2 games, you lose your coach. And then the pressure's still on you because now we've brought in Dennis Betts, who's really high profile. So there can be pressure. It can work for you going under the radar, and I think it's worked for Hunslet this year.
And who's the player, do you think, at Hunslet who's consistently week in, week out doing the biz and the man to watch? When you're looking at your tipping sheet to the boys, who are you looking for?
Well, this is one guy that I'm really pleased as well, Frank. I played with him at Bradford. He's called Vila Halafihi. Yeah. He plays he's a hooker, and he was my game star this week. Involved all game. He's really dangerous at a dummy half. His dad's Nick Halafihi. I don't know if you remember. Yeah. He's a really, really good kid. Didn't get much of a chance last year at Bradford. Bradford had brought in a few different hookers, and George Flanagan and a couple of others like that. But he's a really, really down-to-earth, hard-working kid, and he's been given a chance by Gary Thornton, and he's taking it with both hands. So we'll look out for him, and I'm really pleased for him. He's a good lad.
And last but not least, mate, the game of the week. We're going to go over to Derwent Park in a minute and see the highlights, but you must have been so happy getting the win, especially when you said last week about the Dennis Betts factor. Did you feel the Dennis Betts factor?
Well, we didn't first 18 minutes. We were 20 points down after 20 minutes.
Wow.
Sorry, 18 points down after 18 minutes. 3 tries. And I was just thinking, this is going to be a long day.
What turned it round? What was the difference?
Well, we put on, it was Fui my boys' first game back. We put him and Sam Hopkins on after about 21 minutes when they just scored the 3rd try, and they had a massive impact, massive impact, carrying the ball.
He still does it?
Yeah.
At that age?
I think people forget how big of a legend Fui is. He's a beast. He's an absolute beast, and we've missed him. We've not had him for 4 games, so to get him back was huge. They changed the momentum of the game. With their impact. Sam Hopkins were my man of the match for the game. He was fantastic. So we were lucky, but we went back. We went in at half time, 18-all, and we were happy with that because we got off away to a really bad start.
What's it like to coach someone like Phil, who is a proper rugby league legend? What's it like to coach as a bloke and obviously as a player? You
don't need to say much to them guys here. I say, listen, Phil, you're the big dog. Just go and show them.
Is it in a weird way? And I always thought, from yourself, when I saw you coaching, and I can see your frustration with some lads who could never play at the level you played at. Is it easier to coach someone like Phil, who's played at the very top level, because he understands you, you understand him, and you've got that complete confidence that he's going to deliver? It might not be as quick as he once was or as fit as he once was, but the quality is going to be there. Yeah,
well, it's probably, I'd say, he's got his swings and roundabouts, really. You can get frustrated with some of the guys, but then you realise they've not ever been full time.
Yeah.
People like Fui and Penke, Tickle, they've had a good 15 years of full time rugby.
Yeah.
And the lessons that you learn every single day is invaluable. You can't just turn around to a kid who comes twice a week and expect him to be at that level.
Yeah.
So coaching is frustrating, but you just got to take it with a pinch of salt sometimes. As long as they're putting effort in, and whatever you tell them one week, if they can try and put it right the next week, then at least you're progressing.
Right, let's go now to Derwent Park and catch up with all the action in this blockbuster of a game as Workington and Pricey win 32-30 over Newcastle Thunder.
Carlisle, dummy half, pass it out to Aaron Ollett. Excellent dummy. And he shrugs off the tacklers and grounds. The referee just gives the try. Good start for Newcastle. Carlisle again here, dummy half, close to the line. And it's a superb pass, and it's too easy for Bigley and McAvoy to ground. Carlisle, dummy half once more. On to McAvoy, out back to Coleman, who, oh, Lewis Young, he's through the gap, he shrugged off. Is he tackled? No, he's not, and it's a try. Well worked try, it's the third one of the game for Newcastle already. Workington on the attack, it's Penkovics. It's, oh, big man Hopkins, and he grounds. Workington are on the mark. Workington working out their own half here. And this is superb defence from Newcastle. The ball's come loose. Oh, it's Doran. Doran with the chip and chase. And he's hacked it forward. Rook on the wing. And he outpaces Moagoro and scores. Workington are on the comeback here. Close to the line, spun out from dummy half. Excellent take again by Doran. Big chip out to the corner. Good leap, and Miller with a third try of the game for Workington. Workington again close to the line. Big foo-foo moi there, attracting the markers. Oh, excellent step by Forber, out to Doran, and Perry Singleton scores in the left edge, and it gives Workington the lead for the first time today. Penkovics again at dummy half. It's a lovely reverse kick. Oh, Young can't deal with it, and it's gone to Doran, who dives over. Excellent work from Workington there. Newcastle close to the line. It's a bit messy, but Aston steps and he's got through and beats the would-be tackler and he's grounded. Excellent from Newcastle. Carlisle at dummy half. Spins it out left. Aston, big pass to Joe Brown, who grounds in the corner, but it's too little, too late for the Newcastle Thunder. Right, Pricey, this weekend it's the legendary competition. How many times have you won Challenge Cup?
Well, I don't know. I never know what to say. I've won it 5 playing, and but I've won it 6 if you count the game being sat on bench watching. So I played for Hull FC 2015, was it?
Yeah.
Or 16? 16 when we got to Wembley. I missed out on playing in the final, but I'd already played a round. So do you count that or not?
Do you get a medal?
I got a medal, yeah.
You count it? 110%. You count it?
Well, I wouldn't count it, but some people would, so we'll call it 6 or 5, whatever you want. 5 plus 1.
5 plus 1.
5 plus 1.
What's magical about the Challenge Cup?
I think it's the tradition. The trophy's over 100 years old, isn't it? For me, it was growing up watching BBC on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday, listening to Ray French, seeing Hilary Hanley score full-range tries, seeing Martin Offiah do that try at Wembley when he beats 2 and does Alan Tate on outside. All them memories of the good times when you're a kid is what you want to emulate when you get older. People winning the Landstad Trophy, it's embedded in your memory. And from when you get on the bus, you get on the bus no matter who was playing. We always went to Wembley for the Challenge Cup final. Everybody, all the amateur teams, get on a bus, go down and watch whoever we're playing, and yeah, it's a special trophy.
It's that kind of camaraderie, how it brings the game together, brings families, people, and like you said, we need to kind of get that essence back, don't we?
Yeah. It's like the FA Cup. You should never lose its speciality. Like, it should never lose its aura that it's got, because it's the legends before us and the legends before them and the legends before them that kept the trophy alive, and the memories, all the special memories. We need to make sure we keep it alive and keep it of massive importance. Like you say, the Rugby League's a family game, we all know that, so you all go down, and it doesn't matter if it were Leeds, if it was Saints, if it was Cass, whoever was playing, you go down and you watch and you just cheer on whichever team you want.
Well, this week it's Challenge Cup, and here are your League One fixtures in the Challenge Cup. First up, an NCL club I'm really fond of, and that is Thatto Heath Crusaders, taking on the North Wales Crusaders at home. The Battle of the Crusaders. I'm going to go Thatto win.
I'll go Tatty Heath because it's
Breezy's club.
Yeah, it's a Saints club, so I'm going to go with Tatty Heath. Tatty Heath.
Tatty Heath. Another NCL club, Featherstone Lions versus Doncaster. Fev Lions get defeated by my team, Milford Marlins, yes! This weekend, Milford first win on the board, and if they play like they did against Milford, they'll get absolutely pummeled.
Yeah, and it's probably not looking good playing against probably a full-strength Doncaster as well, so can only see Doncaster win there.
Hunslet versus Halifax.
Interesting game.
Interesting game. Halifax have not won away this year.
Yeah.
Hunslet have been outstanding at home. Give me a prediction.
I'm going to go Hunslet.
Oh, he's gone Hunslet, Scott Morrell.
Just let's mix it up. Let's.
Scott Morrell, I'm going with Scott at Halifax. Keighley Cougars versus Bradford Bulls.
Oh, that's going to be a corker of a game. It's a local derby, and especially at Keighley, he'll tighten it up, the game up. And Keighley are travelling all right, to be fair, but I can't go against Bradford, can I? I'm Bradford lad.
I'm going to go with that, so I'm going to go Keighley. Have you said that big Ross Peltz, the Jamaican connection?
Yeah, the Jamaican juggernaut,
Yeah. I'm going to go Keighley, just to mix it up. Oldham versus Widnes. Interesting, because Oldham are going all right. Widnes, obviously, back to 0 points. Up the negative Vikings, as Anthony Gelling would say, but who do you reckon?
Well, it's pretty hard to look past Widnes, really. I mean, they've got some quality players within that squad, but they'll be hard to beat Oldham on their own field. They both play on 4G pitches, so the change of surfaces won't make a difference. But Widnes should just have a little bit, but it's the cup, so you never know.
I'm asking you who's going to win.
I'm trying to stay on the fence somehow.
Yeah, but you've got to ask.
I'm going to go Widnes.
Going to go Widnes.
Yeah.
I'll go Oldham, just to be different. Right. Whitehaven versus Rochdale.
I'm going to go Whitehaven win.
And last but not least, Workington versus Newcastle Thunder. 2 weeks up and bounce.
Yep.
You're 18-0 down after 18 minutes. That's not going to happen again.
I hope not. I really hope not. But yeah, well, like I said, we'll probably both have worked each other out a little bit, look at the video, get tactics a little bit different this week, what have you. So we'll see. Right, to finish off the League One game of the week, we're going to have a bit of transfer speculation news. I got an inbox from Chris Sandow saying, do you still want to do the interview? I'm coming back over to play, and this was last week. I went, who are you playing for, bro? Workington. So I've messaged you, mate, genius signing. What's Chris Sandow going to bring to League One? Is it a done deal yet? No. Obviously, it's great for a club like ourselves to be talked about with players like Chris Sandow, and it shows you the depth and the strength of the league that players like that are coming over and maybe playing in this at this level. But there's a long way to go yet before anything like that gets announced. But you want him? Who wouldn't want him? There he is. Yeah, so, there's always speculation at this time of year, so there's been nothing announced by our club, there's been nothing announced by me, but, it's good to be speculated with such good players. Tickle, Fui, Penke, Sandow. That's Super League. It's not bad, is it? Well, if they're all fit. I hope so, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Unbelievable. Yeah, we'll see. Well, let's see what happens with that, and we'll see you next week for more League One Game of the Week.